Good morning, my wonderful students. I hope that y'all are having a great week and you're not missing school too much. I know some of us were having some struggles on the prism practice and the pyramid practice, so I wanted to go ahead and put some answers together for you. So if you look, the first example is already done, and Mrs. Edwards had gone in and named the shape. So this is a triangular prism. If it is a triangular prism, that means that our base is a triangle. So when we go to find volume, which for prisms is volume is equal to area of the base multiplied by height of the prism. For area of the base, I'll actually be finding the area of that triangle, which we know is equal to 1/2 the length of the base multiplied by the height of the triangle. So if you look over here, the length of this triangle is 24. So 24 gets substituted in for length of the base. And the height of the triangle, or the height of that base, is 15 meters. So we can take 1/2 of 24, which gives us 12. And now I want 12 groups of 15, which is 180. And since it's area, that's 180 meters squared. So now we'll come down and we'll take a look at this one. So this is still going to be a triangular prism, which means, we're looking at example 2, which means my base is still a triangle. So my base is a triangle. And we're finding volume, so volume is equal to area of the base multiplied by the height of the prism. Notice I'm putting a triangle around my base to help me remember that when I go find the area of the base, I need to use my formula for area of a triangle, which is 1/2 length of the base times the height of the base. So I come over here. The length of that base is 4, so 4 gets substituted in for length of the base. And the height of the triangle is 2. So 1/2 of 4 is 2 multiplied by 2, and I get 4. So 4 is equal to area of my base. And I just realized that Miss Hardig made a boo-boo. So over here, I only found area of the base. What I want to do is find volume of the entire prism. So 180 gets substituted in for area of the base for this first one. And then I need to multiply it by the height of the prism, which is actually the height between the two bases, so that 30 meters right there. And I will multiply 180 by 30. So let's look at a calculator. So we get 5,400 meters squared. So that would be our volume for that entire triangular prism. So then I come back down to the second one, and I have found my area of the base. So 4 gets substituted in for area of the base. And the height of this prism right here is 4, because that's how far the triangular bases are apart. So 4 gets substituted in for height of the prism. So volume is equal to 4 times 4, which gives me 16 feet cubed. So we're looking at a 3-dimensional object. Now we come down here, oopsie daisy, we have our rectangular prism. So if it's a rectangular prism, it really does not matter which rectangle I make my base. So 8 by 10 is that rectangular base right there. And I know to find area of a rectangle, so I put a rectangle around my big B. Area of a rectangle is equal to base times height. The length of that base is 8. And the height of that base would be that 10. 8 groups of 10 gave me the area of the base of 80. So 80 gets substituted in for the big B. The height of that prism, so notice I made this right here, the shaded part, my base. So this shaded base, and then it's going to have one over here too. The height is the distance between those two bases, so my height would be 12. So we'll do our calculator, or let's do our math over here. Get 960. So my volume is 960 inches cubed because it's volume and it's three-dimensional. And let's look at this one. We have another rectangular prism. Sorry. Are you starting to see a pattern with how I'm showing my work? I'm identifying what the name of the shape is, because if I know it's a prism, I know my volume formula is area of the base times the height. And since I've named it as rectangular prism, I automatically know my base is a rectangle, because three-dimensional objects are named after their base. So when I go to find the area of the base, I know I'm finding an area of a rectangle. So I'm going to use this bottom rectangle. So area of the base, which is base times height, because it is that rectangle. The length of the base is 6, and the height of that base is 4. Notice there's a difference between the height of the base and then the height of the entire prism. So you need to be very, very careful when you are trying to find the individual values for your formulas. 6 groups of 4 gives you 24. So 24, which is my area of the base, gets substituted in for that big B. And then H, which is height of the prism, is the distance between those bases. So that's 12. So now we have 24 times 2. So I know 10 groups of 24. I'm going to split this up a little bit. 10 groups of 24 is 240. But I need another 2 groups. So 2 groups of 24 is 48. So I'm going to combine those, and I get 288 inches cubed. 288 inches cubed. So then we'll scroll down to the next part. Mr. Ray, I'm going to get a new fresh piece of paper to show you some work. Mr. Ray drained the hotel pool for cleaning and needs to refill it. The pool has a rectangular bottom with a length of 45 and a width of 22 and a depth of 4 feet. How many cubic feet of water will it take to fill the pool? Oh, so they gave us a rectangular prism, so I'm going to go ahead and draw another one. Y'all know I like to draw me pictures. It told me it had a length of 45, so this length of the bottom would be 45. And a width, so right here, of 22. And a depth of 4, that means how tall it is, right? Because it's a swimming pool. You can put people in there. You're chilling. Okay. So I want to find how much cubic feet of water it's going to take to fill up the pool, which is volume. Now, because this is a rectangular prism, I know that my formula will be volume is equal to area of the base multiplied by the height of the prism. Well, they gave me the base, so area of my base, which is that rectangle, will be 45 multiplied by 22. So come over here, 45 times 22. So we get area of the base is 990. So that gets substituted in for the area of the base. Now height of the prism, which again is the distance between my two bases. And if I made this my bottom base, then the parallel one above it would be the second base. And the distance between those two is 4. So 4 gets plugged in for height of the prism. So I'm going to come down and multiply 990 by 4. So you get 3,960 cubic feet of water. It's a lot of water, you guys. Okay. And there we go. We finished. Hope you guys don't have too many more questions after this. Miss you guys.